Hi Pisces, welcome to your November 2015 Tarot reading. Okay, so like I said to all the other signs, I said that it was going to be a lot shorter, but it's turned out to be pretty much the same. And I'm nearly done with the yearly horoscopes, but obviously I've just got to make sure that these get up before the first, ideally I'm hoping. Okay, so let's just get straight stuck into it so we can see what's going on for Pisces. And this is interesting for me as well, because obviously you probably know by now that I've got a Pisces moon. So what we've got in the situation position is the Strength card and also the Eight of Wands. So the Eight of Wands is all about news that could be coming to you that might require to have strength. Don't know why I'm being told to say that, but it seems that way. It's communication coming to us directly. It might be communication coming at speed, okay, or it might be a phone call, or it might be a phone call or some kind, like, and you need to be careful with haste and speed. Watch what you say over message, watch what you say in Facebook, watch what you say on the telephone, because again, it's all about not thinking things through and saying things and then later regretting it. Okay, it could be other people as well. It could be a fire sign. So what you've got is a Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries, because again, the Strength card is Leo. Can be a Leo. And then you've got the Eight of Wands, which is also a fire sign, so a Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. Now remember that this can be any person, but it's of that sign, and it's two cards of the same sign. But generally, it would represent a fire sign, the way a fire sign would go about things. They go about things quickly, at speed, in haste, less, they don't understand the concept, less haste, more speed. They just kind of do things off on a whim. So what I'm seeing is some of you are dealing with a Leo in particular, or a fire sign, or again, a person who acts quite hastily and might got some something who acts quite hastily in situations, and it might see you needing to, or you might be doing it because of your emotions. So you might be feeling a little bit out of whack emotionally, and it might see you kind of being like that, and you need to repress and refrain from sending anything over email or text or Facebook or whatever, or even telephone call, or saying anything you'd later regret, because it's all about messages backwards and forwards. I'm also seeing it being in relation to I'm also seeing it being in relation to there was something I was going to say then. I'm seeing it being in relation to that's pissed me off because I read it was important. I don't know, I've lost it. But the Eight of Wands just sends the message that your emotions, I think, will be out of control, and you just need to be careful. Okay, it might be. Oh, that was it. That was what I was going to say. It might be that you're interested in someone and you need to refrain from showing so much interest. It might be that you're coming on far too strong and you need to hold back. Because remember that the Strength card is all about holding back. It's all about repressing. Whereas the Eight of Wands is all about fast action, swiftness. It's about a million emails, millions of telephone calls going at one time. Excuse me, someone might not be replying to your messages, so you just keep sending the messages, and you're getting a little bit kind of stalkerish and a little bit out of whack, and the messages to not be hasty and to just pull back. For those who are waiting for a message from a fire sign, it's coming, but when they decide, okay, so we've got an 8, so it might be, again, in the second week, you're not finally get the message that you've been wanting from this person, or the contact that you've been wanting. But you just need to be careful with I think, coming on too strong, being too hasty, sending too many emails, too many texts, too many Facebook, even down to liking. That's something as well, like liking every post that they put up. You've got to understand that everything really, technically, even subconsciously, is a message. So there's a Leo at the minute, and he's the same. It's like he knows who's always liking his posts. So I barely like his posts because I'm just like, do you know what I mean? Not even because I'm like trying to play a game. It's just like, why would you like? You'd have to be watching everything they're doing to like every post that they put up, and some people are just dumb like that. Just like, you're like, it's obvious. So don't do stuff like that. Repress, refrain from over talking, over messaging, over phone, and over whatever. especially if you're dealing with a fire sign, they kind of like the chase. I'm seeing, I'm so sorry, I've got something proper stuck in my throat, and I'm seeing a Sagittarius, Leo or Aries is repressing what they feel for you, but the contact will soon come. It's like once they've decided, it will come quite quickly. Okay, there might be news that comes to you quite swiftly, which will see you having to kind of keep you cool. And this could be in relation to any area. The strength card again is saying that this month, Pisces, I think you're going to have a lot of strength in relation to life in general. The Eight of Wands could be sending the message that you've got a lot of things going on, a lot of, shit. So you've got the family, you've got the job, you've got a lot going on, and you can see that everything feels like it's moving really fast. But this woman saying you've got the strength, the Leo card is all about having the strength to overcome and to deal with the million things that are flying through the air. So your life this month is going to feel like there's just massive stuff going on, in terms of all areas of your life. And the Leo card is all about that. Obviously the strength card is Leo, so it's all about they are lions, which means they're able to handle conflict. So if it's conflict, they're able to handle pressure. Okay, and that's what you will be able to do this month, most definitely. Your career sees the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is about news that comes to you possibly secretly, and it might come from a Virgo. It might come from any sign, but it could come from a Virgo. And this woman or man, more so woman, may reveal information to you that gives you a heads up, because it is about messages coming backwards and forwards. And it might be that she gives you, it might be that she's supporting you in relation to your career, and she's telling you need to be strong, and she's there for you. And that keeps you quite strong emotionally. What she says enables you to be able to handle the pressures. So the Eight of Wands is about a lot going on, but this woman's got knowledge that can help you to settle yourself and to deal with the many things that you've got going on. I am seeing secret knowledge coming to you though, so things that are hidden or that have been hidden from you coming to you in November quickly, swiftly, and I'm seeing it being possibly the second week of November. The High Priestess it might be in relation to contracts, it might be in relation to what a company's got planned, but it's definitely information that will really give you a kind of forewarned is forearmed. It might be about a promotion, because we've got the Knight of Cups in there, so an offer for you, and some information is leaked, and you need to repress and not share that knowledge with other people. So you might get some kind of idea of what's being planned, and that gives you the advantage. But what would be better is to not share that information with other people right now. We've also got the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is about being methodical, vigilant. And this is also an earth sign. So news coming from an earth sign to you about an opportunity. About things that you're unaware of in relation to your job or your career. But I think it will be of massive help. It might mean you taking on more pressure, or it might mean you having to, it might not necessarily be positive. Excuse me. It's all about looking at the details. It's all about not living in a fantasy land. But the High Priestess is all about news from a Virgo, and these are it might be that they're analysing your situation and helping you in some way, helping you to gain strength in relation to a job or career. Or again, details come to you which enable you to be methodical and vigilant and look closely at what is about to happen, which gives you the advantage. That's what I'm seeing. And the strength card may mean that you need to have strength in the future about whatever information comes to you, so that you can make the right choices. You might not be ready for what's about to hit you, because it might be very fast, especially if it's a job opportunity. It might see you having to look closely at the details, and with the High Priestess, it might be that all the information isn't revealed to you, so you're a little bit worried. But you just need to have strength and belief in yourself. Don't take hasty action with the Eight of Wands. Do make sure you contain yourself. Don't get overexcited and go into that fantasy land with the Knight of Cups. Because I think the fact that the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles has come up is suggesting that you need to look at both, that you really want to do this job, but also the facts. It might be going into online business, most definitely with the Eight of Wands. The High Priestess may be helping you, or it's knowledge that's revealed to you to help you to have the strength to take, to kind of have the balls to take the risk in relation to what it is you want to do. But I'm seeing some of yous leaving, maybe, secretly, or having secret plans to leave the company or the job you're in to set up your own business, most definitely. And the Ace of Swords is all about clarity in relation to your career. So there's some clarity. There's information this month. The big one for you in relation to career is this information coming to you that will help you to expand, that will help you to grow. But you have to not be hasty, because we have the Eight of Wands, which is all about haste and speed. Now, I did something similar and I paid the price for that. And the Strength card is all about making sure that you contain yourself, that you don't let yourself go off into this fantasy land. I'm pretty sure the Seven of Cups came up, but the Seven of Cups came up in relation to, yeah. Okay, don't let yourself go off into this fantasy land of, if you want to set up your own business, then you need to look at it from the facts of how you feel passionate about that. That's great, but you also need to be methodical and vigilant as well. But I'm seeing an opportunity coming to you where you feel like you'd be able to handle it, that you're intelligent enough, that you're vigilant, you're methodical, you can deal with the nitty gritty, in other words, the business side of it. But with the Knight of Cups, I'm also seeing this being that you really enjoy the thought of what you're about to do as well. In your career, information may come to you. There may be gossip, slander, things about someone else that are revealed. It could be a boss, most definitely. But the message here is the Eight of Wands is all about news that comes to us through the grapevine. So it can be about people spreading gossip, but it's not actually they've got tidbits of information. And what your job is to do with the Ace of Swords is to clarify, especially if you've got like a Gemini moon or something like that. If you've got an air moon, then you're someone who's quite analytical and impartial. So don't take everything you hear about your company or the job you work in or the bosses you work with, etc. at face value. Because I think that you may find that half of what you're being told isn't actually a reflection of reality. Okay? Either way, the Ace of Swords is all about clarity in relation to your career this month. Okay, and you can see that this guy is coming in, so it's definitely from another person. Another person is going to clarify information for you, Pisces, that kind of makes you look at things from both angles, from all angles, really. It might be news you get online, research you do into the company or the job, and you see that actually things aren't as they appear. The idea would be before you go and work for a company that you do this, especially if it's somewhere where you want to build a career and you want to be taken seriously. Maybe if you're out of a job and you're thinking about it, but you've got a certain skill set, you look closely into the details because that's what the Knight of Pentacles is doing. You look closely into the details about whether this company is in actual fact a reflection of what they're saying, because the High Priestess is about things that are hidden. Again, I'm seeing if you go into an interview and you don't really know much about the job, I think your job is to get hidden information. So take to the interview information that other people wouldn't necessarily look at. It could be the figures, it could be just stuff that people don't pay attention to. So what people do is they browse Wikia or whatever the fuck it is, and they get the basic details, and then they throw that at the interviewer, and the interviewer has already heard that 5 times before because they know that everyone's been on the same site. They went on the first site, took off that information, and then reeled it back to them. So if you really, really want a chance at a job, especially with the Ace of Cups, and then the Knight of Cups, and also I've still got that thing stuck in me throat. I'll have to go and get a drink in a minute. I hate when shit like that happens. The Knight of Pentacles and Knight of Cups is definitely suggesting information that basically other people wouldn't pay attention to when you get the job, I think. Okay. I'm just trying to think what the Strength card is trying to tell me. I think you need to have strength this month. I think you need to believe in yourself. I think, I've got a Pisces moon. It means that you've got a lot going on, but you need to have the strength to know that you can deal with all these things that are up in the air. That's what they just said. Like, there's a lot of things that are up in the air, and it might be making you feel unsettled emotionally. And the message is that you have the strength, as long as you need to watch your temper. You need to watch doing things at speed could lead to accidents, because these are in your situation position. You just need to pay attention to what you're doing, Pisces. Okay? Don't rush into anything in November, I think, with the Eight of Wands and also the Strength card. Contain your haste. That's what my teacher used to always say to me, less haste, more speed, and she was definitely right, and I used to look at her and be like, okay. But she had a point. Definitely this last couple of months I've learned that, the last month. Something I did. Stupid ass. But I just see it more so of being, watch what you say in emails, watch what you're saying over the phone, watch just kind of spieling things off and not thinking before you speak. Especially in relation to a relationship, I'm being told, and even in relation to a career, because the High Priestess is all about secrets and things that are hidden. I'm seeing some of you starting up an online business in relation to helping people overcome the problems as well. The Strength card is a woman who's about compassion. She helps people deal with their inner demons. Could be alcohol, drugs, taboos, things that are hidden. And the Eight of Wands is all about that. It's an online business, similar to kind of what I'm doing here. Okay, coaching, counselling, Addiction Anonymous, or something like that. The High Priestess is psychic. The High Priestess is someone who has an amazing intuition and can guide other people to the right path in life, or to overcome things with the knowledge. She'd be a librarian. Someone who's travelled a lot, someone religious. The message for you is just definitely to listen to your intuition, or I do see it more so being, watch for a Virgo hiding things from you, or if the flip side of that might be a Virgo is helping you to uncover the truth in some way. Excuse me. Especially with the Ace of Swords in there. Whatever clarity, wherever you feel like you're in the dark in relation to your career, it's all going to be clarified this month. But that's only providing that you have the strength to carry on doing what you're doing. Be methodical in what you're doing. And vigilant, pay attention to the details. The more attention you pay to the details this month, contracts are massive here. The Ace of Swords, okay? It's about that you want clarity. So if you go to a job interview, have the strength to basically not let this person rush through it to the point of that you don't really know, they're saying that they're going to do this, that and the other. But with the Ace of Swords, you want absolute clarity. And this will be in a contract about what they intend to deliver. Okay? I don't see it as being all bad though. I'm seeing you having a hidden crush. Yeah. On a boss or on a person in your working environment, and you've got to be careful about crossing the lines, I think I'm being told, because with the Knight of Cups you're in a daydream land, or you're taking your love life and your personal life into your business life, and they're saying that it would be better to conceal it and to make it business as usual with the Knight of Pentacles. The Ace of Swords is all about sticking to the facts, okay? It's all about that. The facts are that this could affect your reputation and your business if you don't, if you've got a crush on a boss, or you've got some kind of infatuation going on. The Eight of Wands is saying don't communicate it, hold back. Because again, someone might get wind of it. It might be a Knight of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus or Virgo. And it wouldn't be good. And they may start to reveal information to other people. Or it might be the Virgo you've got the attraction for, Pisces. Just watch it. Okay, and that's actually something similar to me when I'm dealing with a Leo. Does that make sense? Okay. Or I've just been told that this person is holding back their feelings for you. They're concealing their feelings for you because of work. They want to keep things hidden. So they may well communicate to you that they have feelings for you. It might be a Cancer, Pisces or Scorpio, so another water sign, or it's someone communicating that they've got feelings for you in work, but with the Knight of Pentacles they're clarifying that they want to keep it hidden because they want to be professional. Can be hidden crush, hidden feelings going on within work, most definitely, but you need to be professional. Watch what you say and who you say it to. Definitely learned that lesson in the last week. Okay, so that's what I'm getting there. I'm getting if you're out of a job, then it's your job to get up, Pisces, and to really go out there and to make it happen yourself. Okay, send your CV around multiple places, get knowledge that other people don't pay attention to, think outside the box and you won't remain in a box, that kind of thing. It's up to you. You can see that the Knight of Cups is you and you're going out there, you're putting in the work, okay? You're being methodical, you're doing things differently than other people, you're paying, an earth sign like a Virgo is someone who looks beyond the details, that he looks at things the way other people wouldn't necessarily look at them, which means therefore it gives them an advantage, or her an advantage. And the Ace of Swords again is the same thing. It might be learning about the company in a certain way, applying to companies in a different way than people normally do, i.e. going on a job site or picking up a newspaper. It might be like literally getting research and applying to companies directly, getting a phone book, going through finding different companies and contacting them directly, doing it in a different way. As Steve Jobs said, don't do it better, do it differently. If you do it different, what most people are trying to do is do it better, which means basically then they're always in competition with other people instead of focusing on their own strengths and seeing people as different. And by doing it differently, it means that basically you're smarter and then you become unique, and then people want to work with you. Whereas if everyone's the same, you're in competition with them, and then it's who people choose. It just becomes more messy that way. I don't really ever get that, but yeah, that's what you need to do. If you do, I'm seeing a job offer coming to you, most definitely. Might be you're asking a Virgo, or you're asking someone to help you in relation to your career. Might be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius as well. A Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or a Virgo or an earth sign might be a very knowledgeable person. Will really, really help you. Now, I've got a Gemini sun, so the Ace of Swords could definitely relate to clarity for me. Okay, I've got a Virgo ascendant, which is obviously the High Priestess, and I've also got a Pisces moon. So this all relates to me. Okay, so the Virgo ascendant again could be suggesting that there's information I've got to conceal to the people on the outside, because your ascendant is your outer projection, it's your ambitions, it's what you want to achieve. So the message for me is, see how this complex this is, but it's smart. Okay, so what I'm saying is that there's things I need to hide from other people, keep concealed from other people, because again, it might be a Leo, would take that information, wouldn't be shocked, to be honest. I've got them around me. The Knight of Cups could be, again, I'm being too dreamy and offering too much to other people, and that's me moon. I'm living in an emotional world of, oh, let's just all sing and dance and be nice together, but it doesn't really work like that. Learned that lesson as well. And then the Ace of Swords is all about me Gemini sun, which is all about being, clarifying, sticking to the facts, telling people straight, letting people know what I want them to know. This is how you need to start looking at readings, because automatically I've just seen how that relates to my career, and I'm a Gemini, but I'm a Pisces moon, and this is Pisces. Okay. Alright. I hate when things get stuck in your throat. Okay. Then what we've got is your love life. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles. So I'm seeing for the Pisces man. But this is really weird because we've got the Queen of Pentacles here. Remember what I've just said about this hidden liaison in your career. We've got love within your working environment. With the Eight of Wands, I'm not saying don't go for it. I'm saying be careful about who you're talking to, especially if it's a Leo. Because I think this person may share the information, most definitely. It's, in other words, the Eight of Wands is also a fire sign, and it's next minute before you know it, the information's all over the business and everything. The Queen of Pentacles is, again, someone who's in your working environment, and love-wise, it's about what you want a stable relationship long-term now. You might communicate this to someone. You might need to have strength and to communicate to somebody that you don't want to just be dating them or whatever, that you really do want a long-term relationship with them, and you might be dealing with a Leo with the strength card in there. We've got the Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups is about a new relationship, Pisces, okay? Now, I'm loving all of this, but it never works out. I'm not saying that in a negative way, but I'm a Pisces moon, and I think I'm just far too much for most men, to be honest. Like, it's like I really do. With the Queen of Pentacles there and the Ace of Cups, that's exactly what I want. I want that love and relationship. I want a long-term relationship. But with the Eight of Wands, it feels like it just comes in and fizzles out fast. It might be that that's what the case is here. Okay, you really need to see where you stand with this person, because especially if you're dealing with a fire sign, they kind of tend to come in and then they just fizzle out quite quickly. We've got the Two of Cups though. So for some of you, it's the beginning of a new relationship, and I'm seeing for the Pisces man, it's with a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, most definitely. And I'm seeing as that this woman is in your career, or she's a client. It could possibly be that. She's a client, or she's someone who you deal with from a money or a business perspective, and that's why things need to be kept quiet and on the down low, because again, it makes you look unprofessional. But at the end of the day, in the real world, people fall for people. Most people spend most time in work, so they're going to fall for people in work at some point. I'm seeing it being more for the Pisces man, because with the Knight of Cups it's a man, and then obviously we've got the Queen of Pentacles there. I'm seeing for the Pisces woman, it's a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, possibly a Leo. And it might be that you get the relationship you want, because you can see that actually the Ace of Cups and the Two of Cups is all about a relationship, and that some of you have been longing, absolutely longing for a deep relationship, and the Queen of Pentacles says that actually that relationship is coming this month. They're truly extraordinary cards. Three of Pentacles again. So the Three of Pentacles, I'm seeing some of you dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, most definitely. It could be that the Pisces woman is dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, and that the man is dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Or with it being work cards, it's someone who you really like, and it's someone from work. It could be a boss, like I said, it could be a client, most definitely. If it is in work though, Pisces, I'm telling you what now, you are being advised that you clarify. Oh, that was it. That's what they just said. Okay, that you clarify and that you separate your love life from your business life, because that's why these two knights have come up. You've got the Knight of Cups and you've got the Knight of Pentacles, and that's why they both come up, to clarify that when you're in work, that's your business environment. That's where you need to be professional, because you've got the dark and the light there. Okay, there's a time to show, have that giddy, and there's a time to get down to work. Okay, I would definitely keep any relationship that forms this month in relation to someone who you're doing, especially being a personal trainer. Them lines can definitely be crossed, where personal trainers will start to date clients and all of this. And it was actually, I said to the guy that I actually really like now, and I'm his client now, and that wasn't what my intention was. To be honest, I didn't really think about what I was saying before I said it, but I said, well, I don't think dating your client, but I don't think dating your clients is professional, to be honest. I don't. You know what I mean? I've refused to train men based off the fact that they fancy me. I could make money off them. I could manipulate their emotions. I could play the game, but I wouldn't do that. I think it's unprofessional, and I don't think manipulating a person's emotions is. I find it the most vile and disgusting thing ever, and I find that most men do that with me. They see me weakness, they see that I really want this deep, committed relationship, and then they stop playing me. And it's like, no, it's not happening anymore, because, I've got a close friend, and I'm not saying I'm gorgeous or nothing, but I'm not ugly. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not saying that in an arrogant way at all, but it's about time that I really started looking at myself in that way, because it's like, sometimes I kind of, and I know you'll relate to this, Pisces, but it's like, sometimes I feel like I'm not good enough, and I'm not ugly. Do you know what I mean? I'm not this flawless, big, massive supermodel, but I'm natural. Everything you're looking at now, it's real hair, my skin, my face, my eyelashes, everything, it's all real. Do you know what I mean? And then I have men running around and like, oh, she's flawless, she's amazing, she's so good looking, and I'm looking at her and I'm like, wait there a minute, right, take off them eyelashes, take off that fucking hair, take off this, take off that, and let's see what the woman really looks like, because she's not fucking amazing, she's fake, and anyone can look good when they're like that. But not that I'm asked to take everyone each of their own. Do you know what I mean? Some girls are going to be like that, and if that's how they want to be, and men see that as flawless with big fake tits and all that, then you know what I mean, not the man for me anyway. But it just irritates me sometimes, because it's like, I know what true love is, and all I really want is true love, and it's like I always attract these proper soft ass tossers, and I'm like, just be careful with who you're dealing with and who you're letting into your heart, because you know what we're like. Once we let them in, it's like it's hard to let them out, and then before you know it, you're down that road of being burnt and all of that. But it's not that I'm actually seeing that, it's just I'm saying, if you start crossing the lines between business and pleasure, you may end up with some issues in terms of that. Obviously it might not work out and then you fuck then. So the Three of Pentacles, but the Three of Pentacles is all about, I'm seeing reconciliation, news coming to you. Remember what I said about, I don't know, for some reason I'm being told X, and I don't know why I'm being told X, because there's nothing that would really, I mean, the Ace of Cups is all about reconciliation. The Two of Cups is all about a bond, you know, an equal bond. But it could be reconciliation with a Capricorn, Taurus or Virgo, rebuilding. Three of Pentacles is all about rebuilding a relationship. A Leo, could be a reconciliation with a Leo. A Leo's been repressing the feelings for you and will communicate. Oh yeah. A Leo has been repressing how they feel about you and will communicate to you this month how they feel about you. They may say the reason that they haven't acted is because of work, with the Three of Pentacles or the Queen of Pentacles, or they may say that they really want to work on your relationship even though it is work. Okay, because you know what we can be like, we're fucked up. Okay, because again, with Pisces being in my emotions, I relate more to my moon sign than I do to my. I'm very much like a Gemini. Don't get me wrong, I love being a Gemini, but I'm saying I do because I'm an emotional person. I always, when I'm acting out of character or I'm acting really emotional or maybe even sometimes manipulative, I know that it's my Pisces moon coming into play. But definitely new beginning, new relationship for some of you are coming your way, or a longing for someone to offer you, to communicate to you that they've got feelings for you. So I'm seeing for those who are dating that you want that communication to come to you, that they want to move to the next level, especially with the Queen of Pentacles and they're a more committed level. If that's not the case, then I'm seeing it as that if you're single, there's someone who you really are attracted to, and maybe you want to communicate to them how you feel, but they're saying hold back and let this person do it, especially if you're a woman. It would be better to let the man take the lead, you know, you just focus on kind of yourself. I'm seeing some of you as being in a kind of daydream land over someone. Some of you are really obsessed with someone, I'm seeing, and you need to get back in control of your life. Because the Queen of Pentacles, again, it might be starting to affect your business and your finances. But you're idolising this, might be living in a bit of a fantasy land about this relationship that you want, or feeling like you've met a soulmate, but that's not necessarily a reflection here. You might need to hold back your feelings for someone because they might already be in a relationship with a Capricorn, Taurus or Virgo, and you want them to leave that Capricorn, Taurus or Virgo and come and be with you, because the Three of Pentacles is also about a love triangle. A Capricorn, Taurus or Virgo may either help or hinder the potential for you to get with someone, or may help or hinder your relationship. Because the Queen of Pentacles is focusing on the details, or she may give you some practical advice as to what you can do to make this relationship happen. Because the Eight of Wands is all about communication back and forth. Okay, the need to kind of get in control of yourself, balance yourself, watch what you say, watch what you do. This woman's very, because what I'm seeing is with the Three of Pentacles, it's almost like a counsellor. So these two people are looking to this person. It might be, what I'm getting here is, with the High Priestess being a Virgo and then the Queen of Pentacles also being a Virgo, could be a Capricorn, Taurus or Virgo, you know. The Leo or the fire sign has got feelings for you, and you've got feelings for them. And this Queen of Pentacles is like the go-between to create this relationship if she so chooses. It might be that they're conveying to her how they feel about you, and she might be like a middle party, and you may be conveying to her how you feel about them, and that's how it'll kind of come about. I'm seeing this woman could definitely help with the details, or is sharing details to them and then sharing details to you, which says maybe you're unsure about this person's feelings, but there's communication back and forth, like through the grapevine, and you're unsure about how this person feels about you, but this person is close to them, this person is close to you. You're not saying to them, they're not saying to you, but some kind of communication, is helping you to form this partnership. Some of you are definitely going to be in a brand new relationship in November, and that's amazing. I hope you are. Because I know that Pisces is like me. You know, well, obviously I'm a Gemini, so I'm really independent as well, but I do crave that person. It would be nice to have that person. I'm seeing emotionally as well. We've got the Aquarius. for Aquarius here, so some of you are in love with an Aquarius. Emotionally, it's all about healing that needs to take place as well. A new beginning in a relationship though, a past relationship. The need to control your aggressions and to communicate any issues that you have, and to not repress, if you're married or in a relationship, what your true issues are, to look at what it is that's actually causing the problem from a practical level. Okay, to no longer repress, but to also say what you've got to say with compassion. That's the best thing about the Strength card. It's like she says what she's got to say with compassion, and she does it from a place of love, but she says it as well, so it's like it's win-win. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm seeing. If you're single, a new relationship is coming about. That relationship with the Queen of Pentacles that you've been longing for, that you've had the strength to hold out for, Pisces, is coming. Okay? Might be someone you meet online as well with the Eight of Wands. It's coming quickly though. What's mad is it's going to come out the blue. It might just be unexpected, and it's like, whoa, you know? Someone may just communicate to you. They may have either been holding back feelings for you, or they may just literally just say it, and you're like, what? And then before you know it, you're on this like this whirlwind romance. I am seeing, like I said, that some of you need to hold back though from communicating your feelings to someone because they're already married or in a relationship with someone else. If you're married in a relationship with someone else, I see it as that you've met someone else. It might be that they feel like a twin flame or a soulmate, and you really need to look closely at the details and kind of why you're doing what you're doing, and to have compassion and strength to understand that you're already married to someone else, or they're already married to someone else, or you're already in a relationship, or they are, you know, and you need to listen to your inner voice, because emotionally this is all about trusting in your intuition, listening to your guides and the advice they give you and the advice they deliver you. Okay, maybe the relationship you're in isn't the best, but it might, you know, with a bit of work, it might get back to being the quality relationship it was. Or it might be that you need the strength to make a choice between either staying in the relationship you're in or going after the relationship that you truly want, the relationship that truly fulfills you. And for the Pisces man, it might be with a Aquarius, most definitely. It could be with a Capricorn, Taurus or Virgo. And for the Pisces woman, I'm seeing it being a Leo, a Sagittarius, Aries or Leo, or a Capricorn, Taurus or Virgo, or it might be another water sign. Or it might be an Aquarius. Okay. I'm seeing, again, if you're in a marriage or a relationship and you're having problems, the more you communicate, the better the things will be. You know, nothing is irreparable. It's as someone said who he was asked what makes a relationship work, and he said it's simple. Years, and you know, they were together for like 50 years or something like that. Maybe might have been longer. And he said, what is it? What's the success to a successful marriage? And the woman said, well, to be honest, years and years ago, people didn't throw things away; they fixed them. Your house sees the Page of Pentacles, so the Page of Pentacles is taking a closer look at his health. The Strength card is sending the message here again that there's some things that you're kind of refusing to acknowledge. It might be your physical health. You may be on the verge of burnout. The Eight of Wands. You might be working out too much. I know definitely that. Obviously, I'm a personal trainer now. So tonight I just went and burned 2,000 and odd calories on a walking machine, because I've been doing this all day, and I was like, right, I just need to get some exercise in, go on the sunbed, feel a little bit better about myself and that. But it might be a little bit too much, and I feel like even though I'm putting in a lot of work, I feel like my food isn't right, and obviously I look lean, and but personal trainers, to the general Jack, I look lean, but to personal trainers, I've got a lot of work to do, and even to myself as a personal trainer, because I need endurance and I need to look the part to, so people go, well, I want to be that because she looks, and I don't even mean just from a vanity point of view, I mean from a health point of view. I need to be healthy, and whenever you retain weight around the stomach, it can be a sign of other things. I do think I've got some kind of hormonal imbalance though, because the way that I work out and the hours I do, for the foods I eat, really, I shouldn't even have a pick on me. Honest to God, if you see me, you'd be like, what? But it can be all to do with your hormones. It can be to do with certain things you're doing, certain foods you're eating. So I know I've been having a lot of high sugar in like nuts that I didn't even realise. Coffee's bad, stuff like this. Okay, you need to take a closer look at your training. What I'm seeing here is you might be doing a certain training regime and it's kind of starting to spin its wheels. You need to change it up. Okay, you need to be constantly training up. Take up some strength training to help with your temper. Now my temper's been flaring, but I'm a Gemini, but you know, some of you sitting here might have a Gemini moon and be a Pisces, so the flip reversed makes sense. And the strength card is definitely suggesting that you might take up a training regime with a Leo or a fire sign. Okay, and this person will really knock you into shape. You might actually enlist the help of a personal trainer who's a Leo or a Sagittarius, Aries, or Aquarius. Because these people have the details, these people have the knowledge that you don't have. Because you can see with the Page of Wands, this person is immature. He's not immature, but he's premature. He doesn't know really nothing. Okay, and you might use your money or the little bit of money you've got to invest in a trainer. And a lot of people say, oh, personal trainers, I used to say the same. Why the fuck would you get a personal trainer when, you know, but personal trainers can stop you from spinning your wheels for a long time. They can show you how to do exercise in the right way. You know, I'm new to personal training, so I'm still very much learning myself. But on the same hand, these people can really help you. But as I'm seeing taking up some kind of strength, some kind of weightlifting, some kind of getting more endurance. You want to feel stronger. You want to have more vitality. You know, fire signs are very much about this. Okay, you want to have a lot of endurance. Some of you may be training for a speed event with the Eight of Wands, or you've got 8 weeks to compete in something or something along those lines. And if that's the case, then you need either a trainer or you need to look closely at the details about what you need to do to train yourself to get to that level within that time frame. It might not necessarily be that you've got a time frame, but I'm seeing some of you most definitely might have. Okay. You're doing things without thinking. You're acting in haste. I definitely have done that. That's why I've fucked up my metabolism. So that's what you can do if you're training a certain way or if you're eating a certain way. If you undereat. So a good example is what I must have been doing is because I feel like I'm putting more weight on around my stomach. I'm leaning down everywhere else. But sugar helps. It makes you retain fat around your stomach. So what I've been doing is declining my calories, but having things with high sugar, so Santi bars that have quite high sugar and different things that have high sugar. So as much as I haven't been eating that much and I've been eating quite well, I've been having those things that then, you know, sucrose is a form of sugar, and really ideally you should have no sugar, because think about it, most foods turn into sugar, so therefore you're getting more than enough sugar anyway. So if you want to lean down, cut out sugar, you know, especially if you've got a time frame to do things within, or you just want to have more, if you want to have more vitality and you want to feel stronger and you want to feel better within yourself, doing that will probably be beneficial. And the Page of Pentacles is saying that you need to take a closer look at your health, what you're eating, how you're exercising. It might be that you're always busy, and again, most definitely these two cards would definitely convey that you're always busy and you feel like you've got no time to train. But you know, if you train with the strength cards in there, then you're going to get a lot stronger and you're going to have a lot more energy and you'll be able to handle the pressures. Because I'm seeing some of you being under a lot of pressure this month. If you're anything like me, then I mean that's probably why, to be honest, I feel bigger in my stomach and that as well. Because to be honest, that is all I do. You know, all I do is literally stress, run around, work, do this, do that. And your hormones can become out of balance, and then what will happen is your cortisol levels will go up and all of this, and then you'll slow fat. Okay, so your spiritual advice is the Knight of Wands. So spiritually, again, it's about taking up a new cause spiritually, because wands are all about spirituality, and it's about you're ready to take action. The strength card is that you will find strength in spirituality, and this is definitely conveyed by the Eight of Wands as well. You might do research online, you might join a group, you might start to research and inquire about spirituality and meditation and all of that, to find what you feel works for you. So, you know, some people believe in psychics, some people believe in tarot card readers, some people believe in religion, some people believe in meditation as a, you know, spirituality. Everyone has their different things that they believe is spiritually awakening to them and can center them. And I'm seeing that in November, if you want to find strength, if you want to be able to tame your demons, and you want to be able to handle any repressed issues, etc., then by doing research, because that's what the Eight of Wands is, and taking action, then you will find your center. Okay, spirituality is massive, Pisces, and it's something that I was only saying to one of the other signs. I just have not had time, and I know this is my fault, okay, because I love both. I absolutely love personal training. I love this. Is some people say to me, I do these in work, okay, and people go to me, but you're not going to go full time reading because that's your passion. You know, I mean, I've went into a physical world, trying to combine I'm trying to combine a spiritual world with the material world, and I'm kicking myself all the time. It's not easy to do. No one's ever done it. People don't do it. You know, it takes someone said to me the day, if you look at you, you're a talent reader slash psychic slash personal trainer, you just don't get it, you know, and it's kind of true. And I'm kind of always kicking myself. This is what I mean. I need to stop beating myself up, because I know I do that a lot, and I know Pisces will be able to relate to me there. Okay, it's like emotionally, I'll stop beating myself up. I feel like I'm not good enough. Then I've got the competitive element in me, and that's what I don't want you to do this month. I want you to kind of look at yourself and think about what you've achieved so far, what you are going to achieve, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to combine both worlds together and become almost like the magician, and it's not easy. But spirituality really helps us, and the point I was making is that I've forgot about that. Taking that time out to meditate, taking that time out to put my music in, taking that time out to kind of just have that bit of time for myself. But it's not always easy, because I'm always in the public eye. It's like I'm in the public eye now. Okay, this is going to go worldwide. I'm in the public eye when I'm in work. I'm like on a stage when I'm in work, and that's why as well physically I have to look the part, because people are constantly looking at me. If I'm fat, you know, people are going to look at me and go, she's a personal trainer, she's training her, what the fuck? People do it. Do you know what I mean? I've seen it, I've heard it out of other gyms, you know, so that's why I have to get to a level where I look good, I feel good, etc. Excuse me, and that's the level, that's where you're at. I'm seeing with the Eight of Wands and the Strength cards, okay? But if you take up spirituality and you make time for it, okay, it could be an hour a day just to meditate, just to relax, to tame, to deal with any issues you've got internally. Temper may be a factor. Spirituality will really help you to ground that. Your strength is the Seven of Cups, sorry. So remember what I said about the Seven of Cups before, about living in a bit of a fantasy land. The strength is that you've got the ability to see the illusion from the reality from the illusion or the delusion. Basically, you've got the ability this month, any communication that comes. You remember what I said about someone might be spreading gossip about somebody in your working environment, and the Seven of Cups is that kind of, you've got the ability to kind of look and discern and be like, well, maybe that's not a reflection really. Okay, your strength is not that you've got the ability to not live in a fantasy land. Your strength is that you've got a lot of options, you've got a lot going for you, Pisces, okay, and you've got the strength of discern which is in your best interest and which is not. Okay, and that's where strength comes from. It's about dropping things that basically you may want to do, but you know long term that they're just going to conflict with other things or quality, and that you can't do everything. Your strength is that you've got a lot of options. You know, Seven of Cups is like, there's a lot of options on the table for you this month. The strength is that you can see through people. The strength is that you can help other people to see the truth as well, because can you see this woman in the background where she's covering her eyes? She doesn't want to see the truth in relation to something, because she's like that. That's why I feel some of you are going to set up a business in terms of psychic or healer. Emotionally, you feel like you can heal other people based off the experiences you've had. You can help people overcome their own demons or issues, tame issues within themselves, overcome issues. If you're thinking about setting up your own business and you feel like you're psychic, okay, or you have knowledge that can help other people, then go for it. Why not? You know, Pisces is deeply emotional, deeply spiritual, deeply understanding of other people. You have a deep understanding, you can see under the layers, you can see under the deception and the illusion. But your ability is to not lie to yourself. Your strength is, if this was in your weakness, the Seven of Cups, it would mean that you're overindulging. Your strength is that you're ready to take up a new training regime. You're ready to take action. You're not waiting for January. That's really good. I feel like that though, and you're going to laugh because I'm a personal trainer, so you're going to be like, but you're doing that already. And you can see that obviously I'm leaning, you know, obviously I've still got this, but I'm leaning out, okay? There's a lot of muscle there. But I want to change things up. I want to be more creative. I'm at that stage where I want to get really strong and really passionate and really, you know, put me energy and me drive into making myself look and feel the best I can feel. Not even just from a physical, it's called aesthetic. So in other words, someone may look ripped as shit and they may look lean, but there's no strength in them. They eat shit. They don't. I mean, from an all-rounder, you know, to what I put in my body. I want it to be like, literally, I've already been thinking about it. I've been like, okay, well, I want to live like this. I want to have this kind of food. I want to train this way. I want to be insanely, you know, strong and stuff like that. And you're ready to overcome overindulgences. You're ready to make sacrifices. You're ready to let go of certain addictions or certain traits and stuff to make yourself better and stronger and able to deal with all of the things that you've got going on. Because you've got to think that the stronger you are, okay, the better you eat, the better you sleep, etc., will make you better at what you want to achieve in terms of all. Because you obviously, what I'm seeing with the Eight of Wands is you've got a lot of things in the fire going on. The weakness is the Three of Swords. Some of you are in a situation where you really need to just accept it and let it go. And the start is all about finding peace, and this will come from trusting your intuition. And I'm seeing some of you are involved in a love triangle. You really want this person to leave this person to be with you, but I don't think they're going to, Pisces. And the Three of Swords is all about feeling hurt and feeling betrayed. Okay, your weakness is or needing to forget about a past relationship so you can begin a new one if you're single. You might have a lot of fear and a lot of anxiety about this person coming to you, especially as it'll come so fast. You may feel that a relationship is moving too fast, and you may start to pull back and to kind of repress, how you feel. You might start blanking phone calls and ignoring text and that kind of thing that water signs can do. And it might be because the Three of Swords is all about fear and anxiety that we'll get hurt again like the way we did in the past. I'm seeing this being obviously that this is a love triangle situation, and I am seeing some of yous being involved in a love triangle situation with obviously a Capricorn, Taurus or Virgo as well. And it might be a Sagittarius, Leo or Aries who you're involved in this with, because we've got the Three of Pentacles in there as well. So you need to either remove yourself, communicate, remove yourself from a situation. Don't allow yourself, your strength is to not allow yourself to be in the dark or to delude yourself. Okay, if this person loves you, if this person wants to be with you, then they'll sacrifice the other person to come and be with you. They'll leave the marriage, they'll leave the relationship, and if they're not, they clearly don't care about you enough, Pisces, okay? If you're dating and you know that there's other people on the scene, you're going to find out this month. I'm seeing the offer coming to you. Because the Ace of Cups has turned its back on the Queen of Pentacles, and it's facing the Two of Cups, and you're obviously a water sign. So I'm seeing an offer coming to you. It might be that you get yourself out of the clutches of this and you decide to move on with a new relationship. It might be an ex comes back, but there's a newish relationship that you've just started. And there's a lot of communication backwards and forwards and you're unsure, but part of you has come past that delusional state now and you're ready to move on from the past. You've found peace in it and you want to work on this new relationship and see where it can go. Some of you are going to have to consider leaving a marriage or a relationship to be with someone else. And Three of Swords, the weakness is that there's a lot of conflict and there's a lot of pain and you're feeling stuck and you're feeling paralysed and you don't know what to do and there's a lot of fear. But the Seven of Cups says, well, you've got the strength to see past, to look at these cups and see which ones can fulfill you the most and which ones need to go. There can be new beginnings in marriages and relationships. With good communication and not repressing how you truly feel, there can be peace. You can come to a place of peace again. The Three of Pentacles is all about working on your marriage or your relationship. It's not necessarily negative. Those who are single, I'm definitely seeing that the want for a permanent relationship, because the Queen of Pentacles coming up there, especially if you want to be with a Capricorn, Taurus or Virgo, is coming. And I hope it does, Pisces, I really do. Okay, amazing, I see. Do be careful if you're dealing with any kind of relationship within your working environment with the High Priestess. Okay, keep shit on the down low. People don't need to know about it. Okay. Especially with the Queen of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles in there, it might be that you start up a relationship in work, but you need to watch what you say with the Eight of Wands, because you may be excited, obviously, and you say things in haste and then you later regret it. You need to calm your emotions, you need to keep your emotions tranquil with the Star card in there. Your health, you're about to start up a new regime, physical fitness, you might enlist the help of a trainer, you might have some kind of competition. I'm seeing strength or speed. Having speed, so it could be anything from marathons to weightlifting, powerlifting competitions, that kind of thing. And I'm seeing this is about the scholar. It's about someone who enlists the help of somebody else to get to where they need to get. What else? Knight of Wands and also the Strength cards and the Eight of Wands is suggesting that if you do some research, the Eight of Wands can be about community, or it can be about an online forum or community, which helps you to find strength in the issues you're dealing with. And it'll help you the Knight of Wands is going off on a new spiritual cause, a new journey. You're going off on a new journey, you're developing yourself spiritually, or what happens, the communication that comes to you this month. Because you may be seeking help from someone because you're repressing something. will start you off on a new path. Good. Okay, so it's an amazing month for you. Okay, new love. I'm seeing, again, new opportunities in business, providing that you're wise and you clarify with people. Make sure that you don't go into contracts with companies or businesses where things aren't actually revealed. Make sure, especially with the Knight, I've placed the High Priestess next to the Knight of what, the Knight of, no, not the Knight, the Ace of Swords, because I've got two Knights in there, which is saying that don't make sure that what people are saying, nothing has remained hidden. Everything is clarified. Okay, you want it all in writing. Because the Eight of Wands is people spinning things off quickly, but what they're saying is a reflection of the reality that they're going to deliver. Excuse me. Emotionally, I'm seeing meditation. This is all about meditating. If you meditate, you'll come to a place of such calm that it'll be hard to destabilize you. You know what you feel. Trust your intuition. Follow your guides. Listen to your guides this month, and they'll guide you well. If in your head you're saying don't say anything about this person, or if in your head you're saying don't keep messaging this person, or don't be listen to it because it's guiding you with the star card this month, Pisces. It's an amazing month. Okay, enjoy, and I'll speak to you in December.